Hey guys, it's Car Guy 11. Welcome to the 2022 Year-End Spectacular, where we're going to talk about the highlights of the year, and of course, I'm going to reveal my favorite car review of the year, which always people enjoy. So, just a little snapshot of the year. YouTube sends this to me every year. We had 740,000 views, over 2 million minutes of watch time, 8,500 likes, 1,173 new subscribers, which is pretty good. And then here are my top videos of the year. Actually, this is funny. It's not even a sports car. It's the V8 Grand Cherokee Hemi. The new Grand Cherokee came out with the 2 rows and proved to be pretty popular. So let's get into the videos of the year. I started off, of course, with my 2021 miles, and I will be doing that again in January for 2022 with some vehicle changes, so stay tuned for that. And then, of course, this is the 2022 Jeep Grand Cherokee V8 review. That was my best video, 33,000 views on it, so not bad. This year didn't have any huge videos view-wise anyway. So then I talk about the next sports car I'm considering, and this is still on track even though I just bought a new daily. This is separate. This is a sports car, so I am still considering this for 2023. I got to drive 2 of the 4 I mentioned in this video. I got to drive the 2022 GR86 and the Lotus Emira. And hopefully in 2023, I'll get to drive the other 2, which is the C8 Z06 and the Nissan Z-Car. But anyway, I discussed the 4 options in this video, and we'll see what happens in 2023. Replace the key fob battery in a Supra. Talked about the 7 years I own the Jeep, and I just ended up selling it here in December of 2022 because I got a new car. Talked about the Z06 order guide. That was pretty good. 19,000s on that one. This is an important safety one on the C7, how to get out if your battery is dead. Oh, did a little tune on the Supra with a JB Plus tuner. That worked out well. Nice, cheap power, and so far, so good. No issues with it. On the Corvette, replaced the Corvette decals on the engine cover because they were peeling off. And I put vinyl on them, blue vinyl graphics, and they are still holding up. So happy about that. Looks great as well. We talked about the new manual Supra. Unfortunately, I didn't get the press car yet. Hopefully in 2023, I will. Also, I tried out this 303 graphene nano spray coating, which held up the whole time I had the Jeep. This was done in the spring of 2022, and it was still holding up in December of 22 when I sold it. So I recommend this product. Little road race with the C8, my buddy's C8 Z51. I got a jump pack for the C7, for which I ended up using towards the end of the year. Then I got my first press car of the year. It was a 2022 Toyota GR86. I really liked this one. It was a fun, lightweight sports car. Made a comparison with my Supra with a GR86 owner, so that was pretty fun. Then I got the Toyota Camry TRD 2022 as a press car. Another one that surprised me. I actually liked it more than I thought I would. Did the exhaust run through the tunnels. I got another press car, Mazda 2023 CX-50. This was a nice SUV. It wasn't, to be honest, it wasn't my favorite, but it was nice looking, and the interior was really luxurious. Had a fun trip to the back of the Dragon with friends. We got a bunch of sports cars together. I took the C7 Corvette. It did very well, although it didn't come out unscathed, as you'll see here. I got to ride in my friend's C8 Z51. We did launch control, which was pretty fun. Replaced the rear brakes on the 2015 Jeep Cherokee Trailhawk. They were pretty bad, as you could see here in the picture. Pretty rusty, but did that for people that need it. Yep, my C7 Corvette turned 7 years old this year as well. In mid 30,000 miles, so still doing pretty good. I did have to replace some things. Bunch of Camaros this year. So I reviewed my friend's 2022 Camaro SS1LE with the 10-speed auto. Never drove a 10-speed automatic GM or Ford before, so that was pretty fun. Yep, and this is where I had to replace the rotors, the brakes, and the tires on my C7 this year after that road trip. I had track pads on them and they ate up the rotors, so I went back to stock everything. Talk about 3-year service on the Supra. Already 3 years on this car as well. Time flies. Then we did another little road race with my Corvette and my buddy's Camaro SS1LE. That was pretty fun. And I, of course, reviewed his SS manual 1LE, and this was kind of in comparison to the automatic that I reviewed earlier, so that was pretty fun. And then my buddy drove my C7 Corvette, so he gave his review of the C7. Did a little intake update on the Supra, cleaned up the engine bay. Another friend wanted to drive my C7. He was a Type R owner, so he gave his thoughts on that. Then we did the BMS strut braces on the Supra, which looked great under the hood and also firmed up the turning a little bit, so it did make a difference. Then we did an autocross in the C7 Corvette, and I also tested out my new Apple products, my Apple Watch Series 8 and my iPhone 14 Pro. Unfortunately, I think this is the lowest viewed video of the year. I thought this might get some views due to the Apple tie-in, but I guess not. But if you don't care about Apple, it's still a good autocross video. So check it out. Oh, my brother got a Lincoln. That was the first Lincoln I reviewed. Nicer than I thought, and I kind of liked it. I like what Lincoln did to differentiate it compared to Ford. Then my battery died in the C7. I had to use that jump pack and did the replacement video for anyone that needs it. Then I got to drive one of the 2023 sports cars I was considering. The other one being the GR86, which I showed earlier. But yeah, this one was a lot of fun, the Lotus Emira. It was the V6 manual with the sport chassis. It was a short test drive, unfortunately, but it was a lot of fun. I did enjoy this car a lot. I got to drive a 2022 Veloster N, a friend of mine, and it was a very fun car. This one I was very surprised. I actually liked it a lot more than I thought I would. The last car I reviewed this year was a 2023 Mini Countryman JCW. This was a very quirky car, but interesting nonetheless. And then finally, I said goodbye to my almost 8-year-old, 84,000 mile 2015 Jeep Cherokee Trailhawk. So I go into details of what I liked, what I didn't like about this car, and why I sold it. And then finally, the last video I made prior to this one was my reveal of the new Daily, and I went EV. It was a tough decision, but I gave reasons why in this video, and hopefully it makes sense, and hopefully you guys enjoy the new content of EV life. So this is the 2022 Mustang Mach-E all-wheel drive with the extended range battery. Basically the fastest Mach-E besides the GT version. So a fun year altogether. Started to do some shorts and some bloopers and stuff, which are very funny if you haven't checked them out. But anyway, let me get back to my favorite car of the year that I reviewed. And you know, granted, I didn't review a ton this year, but there were some fun ones. It might not be a surprise, but I really like the GR86. I liked it when it was the GT86, and the GR just improved upon it. It's more refined, it's more powerful, it's nicer inside, the styling's better on the outside. Just a great lightweight sports car, pure sports car, and we're limited for how long we're going to have these cars. If you want a rear-wheel drive car that's not going to break the bank, and also something different if you've always been front-wheel drives. Now the front-wheel drive hot hatches was fun as well. The Veloster N I really enjoyed. Civic Type R is good as well. But personally, for me, I prefer rear-wheel drive. This takes the cake for me, being rear-wheel drive and around the same price of those cars. Manual as well, I don't know if I mentioned that, but This year coming up, I am hopefully going to be reviewing the manual Supra, which will be very interesting to me since I own the automatic Supra. So stay tuned for that and some other great cars this coming year. I hope to drive C8 Z06. That's one of the ones I didn't get to drive yet of the sports cars I'm considering. Also, the new Nissan Z. I have not even seen one in person, let alone review one and drive one. I hope to do that this coming year. So anyway, guys, I hope you had a great 2022. I wish you all the best in 2023. Thanks for all the support throughout the year. And I appreciate you watching, liking, and subscribing. Definitely join me on the EV journey along with the sports cars. Of course, I'm not going to get rid of those, so don't worry. But yeah, I thought the EV would be interesting for a daily anyway. But all right, guys, thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next video.